Hello, everybody. So welcome to our live stream today. We're here to discuss a bit about clearing and answer any questions that you may have. We hope you all got your results today that you're hoping for. However, if you didn't or would like to change your choice, we're here to help and answer any questions. My name's Kaylee. I'm a Student Recruitment Officer here at the University of Suffolk, and I'm joined today by two of my lovely colleagues. So I thought we would start by just some introductions. So Jess, do you want to go first?
Yes. So my name is Jess. I work for the admissions team as an admissions advisor.
Perfect. Jenny?
I work in the student life department and my specialist subject, to sound like University Challenge, is accommodation.
Amazing. So we're going to go through a few questions that we have already, but if you have any, feel free to either put them in the chat box or you can WhatsApp us, and we'll put the number in the comment box too if you wanted to go directly to that. So Jess, could you start by telling us exactly what clearing is?
Yes. So clearing has opened on the 5th of July. It closes on the 18th of October. It's basically how the unis and colleges fill any places that they still have on their courses. So UCAS is the best place to go for a most up-to-date list of universities. But if you can also go directly to our website to see which courses are in clearing for the University of Suffolk.
Perfect.
Right. Who can go through clearing, Kaylee?
So you can go through clearing if you haven't applied for the university before the 30th of June, but you can also go through if you didn't get the grades that you wanted. So if you've got higher or lower, you can. But also if you decide that the university that you've currently got the offer for isn't for you, you can go through clearing and make this change. So that's really good.
Jessica, can I just ask you, could you explain a bit more about the process of how someone can apply?
Yes, so the best way is to have your results to apply. So make sure you have those to hand. If you're giving us a call, it's really great if you have those in front of you. So you can either give us a call on I'm guessing the number will be put in the chat, but it's 01473 905 367. And there's also a link on our website to apply through there as well, which I'm assuming will be in the chat too. So we're around the working hours from Monday to Friday. I know it's open also on Saturday for a few hours, the clearing number, but you can apply online with the form as well, as I said. But we're also just happy to have a chat to figure out what course would suit you best as well. So we're really more than happy just to sit and have a chat if you're unsure about what to go with next and what your qualifications match up to. We're happy to do that as well. Okay, so what's next after they've spoken to us? How does someone add a clearing choice in their application, Kaylee?
So you need permission from the university to add the clearing choice. You can do this by heading over to your UCAS and then adding the clearing choice and filling in the course details that the university gives you. It's quite important to know that you can only add one choice at a time, as this is you accepting your offer to university. So just to make you aware of that.
And I've heard of Clearing Plus, but I'm not sure what that is. Jessica, can you give us a bit more on that?
Yes. So basically, UCAS Clearing Plus is when UCAS match you to courses that you might be interested in using information from your application and what universities and colleges are looking for. If you're unplaced or have started a new application, a button will appear on UCAS in your application called My Matches, and this will take you to your top 50 course matches. You'll then be able to tell universities and colleges that you're interested in their courses. If they still have vacancies and you meet their entry requirements, they may call you. So, Kaylee, why should someone apply to Suffolk and how can I find out more?
So here at the University of Suffolk, we have lots of fantastic courses, some of them still open clearing and stuff like that. So have a look on our website. We have lots of tailored support from academics, from your lecturers, as well as academic support. So there is lots of one-to-one support available to you. But we're a campus university, so it's less than a 10-minute walk from each side, so nice and small. And we're also just 10 minutes away from the town centre as well. A good location from London, just about an hour on the train, and close to beaches as well. So a really nice location. If you did want to come and see us and hear more, then you could come and see us on Saturday the 20th, so that's this Saturday, from 12 till 2. Or we also do have another open day on Wednesday the 24th of August. These are just some campus tours, accommodation tours. You can also chat to some of our students on UniBuddy as well, and that's a really good opportunity to find out why the students love it here and why they've applied. So that's really good. So I'm just wondering if we have some information about the accommodation, Jenny.
Yes, of course. There's several different types of properties that we can recommend to you. So we'll start off with Athena Hall. That's the on-campus halls of residence, and probably the one that's most popular with first-year students because it's, as I say, it's on campus. It's got everything you need. It's right on the waterfront. It offers en-suite rooms or studio rooms if we have any couples or mature students coming. The shared flats are for 4 to 7 students, so no overcrowding there. You get your own ensuite bedroom and you share a kitchen and living area with the other members of your flat. And there is a large common room for social events for the whole building as well. Moving on to some of the off-campus accommodation that we also recommend, there's AXO Suffolk. That's sort of, they're practically our next door neighbours. They're sort of the north end of our campus. So again, really, really close, all en suite rooms again. There's a communal and kitchen living area sort of on each floor of the building as well. So good for socialising again. There's also Spring Court. This property is halfway distance between the Ipswich Hospital and the Ipswich campus as well. So we find it's really good for healthcare students, especially if they've got their placement at Ipswich. It's really handy to get to. The flat sizes there are 2 to 7 students per flat. This one isn't en suite, so you would share a flat with, you would share a kitchen and a bathroom with the other members of your flat. So again, no overcrowding there. And it's one of the few properties that does have parking available. So if parking is a must to get to placement, then Spring Court might be one you want to consider. And there's also a 16-bedroom Victorian property just overlooking Christchurch Park. This one's called Ormond House. It's a designated quiet house, so it's ideal for those who are looking to prioritise their studies whilst they're with us. The majority of bedrooms there are en suite. There are a few rooms that have a partial en suite, so they have their own toilet and basin, but they do share a shower with one other room. So there is a bit of variety out there. So for anyone who's still looking for accommodation, do shop around and see what matches your requirements.
Right. Sorry, do you want to go?
No, you can go, absolutely fine.
With student finance, can applicants still apply for student finance?
Yes, so you can still apply. You can actually apply 9 months after you start, so at the start of the academic year. To apply, you go to Student Finance England website and it'll have all the information on there. Even if you're still a bit unsure about university or still having a look around, I would recommend applying, and you can withdraw your application. It just sometimes can be a bit of a lengthy process, so it's worth just getting it started. I'll ask you, Jess, as well as student finance, is there any other bursaries or scholarships that could be available for students?
So bursaries and scholarships do differ between universities, so that it's always the best thing just to go straight onto the University of Suffolk website or the other universities that you're interested in. For example, we do have a couple of bursaries that we do. So photography students at University of Suffolk can get an Ipswich Award, which is a £1,000 bursary, and then there also is an NHS bursary, which is £5,000 towards any student studying an NHS course. But that's just a couple of examples. But yeah, as I said, definitely just go onto the website and have a look.
Kaylee, I was wondering if students are feeling a bit anxious with the start of term approaching. Is there any advice we could offer for those students?
Yeah, so obviously it's quite a scary time for some. It's a lot of change. So I would highly recommend joining the Facebook groups or the online groups that might be available for your course or for the university as a whole or for the accommodation that you're going to live in. This is a great way. So you could just meet that one person that on your first day you know, and you can arrange to meet outside and go in together. It just sometimes eases that pressure. That's when I started university, I did that. I'd also recommend talking to the student union, the student services. There's so many people around on campus to help you settle in. We want the best for you for your journey. So just make sure that you reach out because the support and help is there. As well as just be organised, make sure that if you're thinking something, to ask a question. A lot of people are probably thinking the same as you, so just ask as many questions as you need, and also just enjoy. It's a once in a lifetime experience going to uni, so just enjoy it as much as you can. When will people start receiving their timetables for their lectures, Jess?
So once you've been offered a place and you accepted this, you will then be asked to enroll into your course. And then from there, you receive all the information that you need, which is including the timetable and reading lists and things like that.
Amazing.
Jenny, how can I prepare for university?
So we've got some top tips about preparing for university. Firstly, if you're not from the immediate area and you haven't seen where we are before, it's a good idea to come and have a look around, not just the university, but the town itself, really get a feel for the area. Everything's really close and on your doorstep, but it's nothing like sort of seeing it firsthand for yourself. If you are going to be moving away from home, practice making a few simple meals if you're not sort of used to cooking a lot, really help improve your current skills. I myself, when I was leaving, I was like, right, that's it, I'm going to have to learn to iron. So I had to have some emergency ironing lessons. So anything like that you think is going to help you, it's a really good idea. Try and save some extra money so that you're going to have some money to go out and explore during your first few weeks, get involved in all the activities that are going on as well. Only buy the essential items. So you can always, again, with my head being in accommodation, if you're moving into accommodation, speak to your accommodation provider to see what you need to bring with you and what they're going to be providing, so that you know you're not buying things that are already going to be there. And you may find when you move in that you might club in with your flatmates and get some other things that you might want from the local shops as well. And as already touched on as well, talk to other students. So we've got the Uni Buddy system, through all the various other social media accounts as well. Just get in touch, get to know people, and then on your first day, you'll already have friends you've already made.
Amazing. So I think we have pretty much covered all our questions, and I think the comment section that are coming through, we're answering them back. So unless anybody really has any more questions that we can answer for you regarding clearing, the university, anything along them lines, we'd be happy to answer. So Jess, this is one for you. Do you know any common questions that are asked? So what's the one thing that when people call up, one of the big questions that you get?
At the moment is if it's I've got this qualification, does this fit for a particular course? Basically, obviously the answer is going to be different every time, so just give us a call with everything you have in front of you. It just makes it so much easier. That's a question that we get quite a lot. Trying to think of off the top of my head, the other questions, they're all like completely gone out of my brain now. But yeah, questions like that. There's a lot of questions about health courses and about placement and timetables and things like that at the moment. For questions like that, I would always go to our website, and it has the course team all listed on the web pages for each course, and definitely go and ask them those, like if you've got particular questions about the course and you want to get more of an understanding of modules or anything like that, definitely just contact them directly and they're happy to answer your questions. We get questions like that as well quite a lot. I can't think of anything else at the moment.
No,
it's completely gone out of my brain.
So Jenny, do you know much about any specialist services that offers extra support? So I can just add that I went to the University of Suffolk. I graduated in 2016. And when I came to university, I was diagnosed with dyslexia and dyspraxia. And that was all through student services. And they really did help me. And then I used a lot of the academic support, but I don't know how that's changed since then. So I don't know if you want to go into more detail about that.
Yeah, of course. There has been a bit of a name change. It's now part of the Student Life team, sort of part of the wider team that I'm a part of. So yeah, absolutely. We have disability and wellbeing specialists. We have mental health advisors and counselling, student finance advisors, careers advice. There's a chaplaincy. They're there for both people with religion and no religion. We've also got the library and learning services, so they can offer support with assignments, whether that be managing your time, planning a particular assignment, checking your referencing. There really is lots of support out there. What I would say is throughout your entire time studying with us, but especially you'll find during the first few weeks, if you do have a question and you don't know who to go to with it, come to the Student Life team. We're in the Student Centre. We're just in the main waterfront building. You'll see us as soon as you walk in the front door. We're a really good place to start if you don't know who to ask. We will either know the answer or we can direct you to specialist teams. So yeah, don't be afraid to reach out. We are here to help.
Amazing. So does any of you want to kind of describe what Ipswich is like? Yeah, we did touch on it briefly earlier. So I don't know if you want to give like a couple of tips each or like things each.
I'm an Ipswich girl. Oh, your light's gone off. Oh dear.
Oh, okay.
There you go. I'm an Ipswich girl, born and bred, so I do know the area quite well. There's really everything quite close to the area, which is quite nice. Obviously, as we said before, town is only 10-minute walk away, and then there's London on the train, or like Colchester, other places that you want to go that are not too far away. There is a lot of lovely beaches that are fairly close, like Walberswick is a beautiful beach if anybody ever wants to go up that way. And the countryside is beautiful. I feel like we've got a good variety of all the different environments and things like that. It's great around here. Yeah.
I think you've stolen everything I was going to say there. We've got all the things you usually expect as well. So if we've got any history buffs, we've got lovely museums. We've got Christchurch Park with Christchurch Mansion in it. We've got the Ipswich Museum. Yeah, we've literally got everything on our doorstep here, and we're one of the counties that has the least rain. So
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so can't guarantee the sunshine, but
no. Yeah.
Amazing, thank you. So how do applicants send copies of their certificates, Jess?
So you can send them either by scanning them in and then sending them to admissions, or taking a photograph. Obviously, just make sure that you can see your name and your grade and what the qualification is very clearly. We just need to see the whole of the actual document, and you can just send that to us as an attachment to admissions. So admissions at, I know sometimes people can't do that and they do bring them in to us. So they'll go down to the student centre and they can scan them in for us and then just send them over to us as well. So if you are like panicked, you can't do that for some reason, don't worry, you can also come to us and we'll do that for you as well.
Amazing. Another thing I know we get quite commonly asked is about the car parking. Is there any car parking available for students and that kind of thing? Jenny, do you want to talk about this?
Yeah, sure. Yes, so we have 3 car parks for students and staff who are driving in on the day-to-day basis. So once students have enrolled, they're able to access the parking permit application form via My Suffolk. You just fill out the make and model registration, details of the vehicle and your contact details, print out the permit straight away, make sure you have that displayed in your vehicle every time that you use the car park. The car parks are charged at £2 per day. You can either pay by the machines that are in the car park, or you can use the Ringo app and pay through your mobile phone. The car parking charges apply during term time. So at the moment in summer, we're not paying, but come September, that will start again. And you must make sure that you have both the permit and your payment ticket when the payment is in operation.
Perfect. So if you did want to come and visit the university, you don't have to have the permit to visit on the open day. I don't know how it works throughout the rest of the year. I think, do you know any more, Jenny?
The rest of the year it would be needed. Yeah,
so we'd advise you park at a close by car park. But yes, as I mentioned before, some of the open days, there's one this Saturday, the 20th, 12 till 2, and then one the following Wednesday, which is the 24th, and that one's 4:30 till 6:30, I believe. I'll put all the information in the chat as well. So just a reminder about the student finance, you can apply for that online, as I mentioned, at www.gov.uk/student finance. So definitely have a look at that. I think we will I don't know, if I think that might be about it really. So just if anyone has any questions, as I mentioned before, definitely WhatsApp us, give us a call on the clearing line, and we're all here to help and help you decide where you want to go and things like that. So any questions, just give us a call. You can follow us on all our social media, so that includes Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn and TikTok. So give us a little follow or a like on there. If you can't make one of them open days, you could have a look on our website and you can do virtual tours of the waterfront campus. So that's a good way to get another feel for the area as well. I don't know if you've got any more questions, or have any of you got anything to add?
Don't think so, no.
No, I don't think so. Just take every day as it comes and enjoy yourself.
Yes, I do agree.
Don't panic.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing. Don't panic, guys. It'll be okay.
Yeah, definitely. It will be okay. Yeah, so I don't know if any more comments are coming in. Let me just check I haven't missed anything. So a bit about some of the facilities that we have on site. So we have our main waterfront building. That's the main one on the actual waterfront building, and that's actually accessible 24 hours a day to students. So in there they have you have computers on most levels, printers on most levels, so that way you can come in and do your studying on in the waterfront if you'd like. There's also, we've got the new health and wellbeing building that's just opened. That's where a lot of our health courses take place. And if you have a look online, you'll see all the latest technology and things like that are in there. It's really a really nice setup. We have our arts building, so that has our like film studio and things like that, as well as our photography studio. And then we have our library, which has lots of places for you to work. It has like designated quiet areas, as well as group working areas as well. So there's a variety of things you can do there. And there's some cafes on site and things like that. Do any of you want to touch on the student union and what clubs and societies there are?
I feel like Jenny, you're probably better at this
Yeah.
than me.
Yeah, no problem. So the clubs and societies, some of them do change every year depending on the interest of the incoming student population. But this means that if there isn't a club already running that you want to set up, that you want to be part of, the union will actually help you set up your own club. So over the years, I think we've had chess clubs, anime clubs, ultimate frisbee, you name it. So there's not just sort of the organised sports events that the union do. There's also various social events, a big whole calendar of that as well, and all the various clubs as well. But as I say, if we don't already do what you're looking for, then have a word with the union, and it might be something that you can set up your own club.
Yeah, and following on from that, so the sports, we have competitive or social sports. There's two different kind of topics of them. This basically means you can join some that you would go and compete. If not, you can join some like Zumba, that kind of thing, where you can go whenever you like, kind of thing. So there is two different options. We could talk a bit about Freshers Week. Jenny, do you know much about Freshers Week?
I know that it's week commencing the 19th of September. I think the Students' Union are putting the final finishing touches to it just for now. But just as soon as they've finished organising everything, they will release their programme of what's happening for that week. So students will be able to have a look, plan their time, book their activities, and get to meet as many new people as possible.
Yeah, so that Freshers Week really is your opportunity to meet new people, not just the people on your course, but people just starting university in general. It's a great opportunity for you to make them friends and them connections for the rest of the year. So my bit of advice would be try and step out your comfort zone, try new things and I encourage you to try and do as much as you can, just to make them friends that could be, I still have friends from university, so friends for life.
And try something new as well. Try something you haven't done before.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, so as I said before, we have a WhatsApp number, so do make sure that you send us a message on there if you have any questions, or in the comment boxes, or give us a call. So all the information is on there. You can also comment in the chat after, and a member of staff will pick that up and will be able to help too. But unless we have any other questions or comments from you guys, I think we're pretty much done. Yeah,
Cool.
Perfect. Yeah, so good luck to everyone, and we wish you all the best. Thank you.